My megabase truly has everything you need. From massive storage halls, piston doors, and hidden XP farms to gambling? Ignoring that last part, it's clear that this base has become pretty special, but also pretty full. So today, I'm gonna build another massive island, doubling the amount of space we have to work on our base. So stick around to the end because this is seriously one of the craziest transformations ever. And maybe subscribe to help us reach our goal of 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And believe it or not, you guys, I actually already have all of the materials we need just up on the bridge, but I wanted to show off this because this made it a lot easier. We did a stream actually earlier today for me, but a couple of days ago for you guys. And yeah, we just organized the entire base, which feels incredible. So we are officially on our mega base arc, but we're not done with the base yet. So if we go through this door and head up to the bridge, you can see we have all of the materials in place. So I guess, well, it's a little farther than I thought there, but we do have all of the materials we're gonna need. It's maybe not as many resources as the last island, so it's not gonna be quite as big, but it's gonna be pretty close. It's definitely, you know, almost as tall, if not as tall. So that's right, we are going to double the size of our mega base here today, but me yapping and putting it off isn't gonna help, so I procrastinated enough. Let's start building this island. And real quick, I figured I'd do a little check-in, show you guys how it's going. This just gives you a better sense of the size of the island. So if we go into free cam here, you can see it's going to be pretty big. Not nearly as big as this. I mean, you can see where it really spreads out a little bit underwater. So it's getting thinner, but it does kind of like, if I'm remembering correctly, it kind of bulges out around the top here. So this just gives you a good idea of, you know, the process behind it and the sheer size of it. But I gotta go. I gotta get back to work. Oh, and apparently I got some pillagers. Maybe they can help me out with this because this is gonna take a little while. So yeah, no more procrastinating. I figured I'd give you guys a little glimpse into the process as to how this is built. And honestly, it's just a lot of kind of tedious, you know, go around the mountain, go up a layer, and do it again and again and again and again. We're getting close. We're getting close. We've made a lot of good progress. It's looking really cool. But yeah, it's just kind of Like I said, it's a little tedious, but I'm doing my best with these numbers here to make sure I spawn proof everything, especially the inside. So we're slapping down some frog lights and stuff. And I definitely learned a lot from this island because I did not spawn proof that. There's a couple things I didn't do with that one. You know, for example, with the last island, not only was it a lot bigger, but some of the placement of things, even with like a schematic like this, made it kind of difficult to get to. I mean, there's a reason that I ended up taking a like 2-month break after building this, or like halfway through building this, because that burned me out. But this has actually been kind of fun. You know, if with the big project like this, I like to go ahead and just kind of put up another video in the background and relax and enjoy this, maybe even like binge a show or something. Although this island I don't think is going to be quite big enough to binge. I think this should just be a few hours of work. So we're getting close, maybe another hour or so. And the new island is all done, you guys. Now, it doesn't look impressive from here, right? Because we still have some work to do. Next episode or the episode after? I don't know. I didn't even think I'd get this far. So that's a problem for future Viper. But in the next few episodes, we'll be adding another sort of tower like this. A little bit different, but similar style. It's going to go right on top here. So keep in mind that this isn't a finished product just yet, but you can see how the island's going to kind of creep up and wrap around it. And we do at least have a little platform in here. So it's, you know, you could fall here, but we're not worried about the inside right now. What we're worried about is the outside. Ooh, that is not a great angle, but look at that, you guys. Wow. We have essentially doubled the space of our mega base. So it's not nearly as big as this island, like I said, but it's a pretty huge addition as I look from under the bridge here. But no, it's like, I mean, you could see the bridge kind of goes about halfway up on this island, but it really goes into the top of this island. But I don't know, I think as well with this one being a little bit smaller, like we don't need to house as much, but like if I go into free cam, you can see there's plenty of space. Like we can put more farms in here. There's going to be some really cool, unique stuff that I'm going to fit in here that I think is going to be pretty awesome. And I also think that the smaller size has allowed me to do some cooler like detailing and stuff. Whereas with this one, I was worried about like having too many blocks and whatnot. But in here, I did add in like a little bit more mud. There's even some black wool in the darkest spots going from like the basalt or blackstone into here. And I did add in like little bits of basalt around, but I'll just give you guys a quick like fly around the island. So you can see, again, we do have some of those, yeah, like darker portions, some like little jut outs. This is going to be a door eventually. So that's why that looks, you know, suspiciously door shaped. Yeah, just a really cool, unique shape because again, this island, much like the island next to us, is supposed to be a giant piece of magical coral because if we fly up here, you can see that this is all inside of a coral reef. So the lore behind the base is these ones in particular are ancient and magical. So there's definitely still some lore to work out. And in fact, we could definitely use a name for the island. I think I might have thrown out a couple before, but we're going to have to, maybe we'll do something about that here soon. But before the island itself is finished, we need to go ahead and add in some foliage because there's definitely a lack of greenery on this island. So I'm going to hop into a quick time lapse, add in some foliage, and I will see you guys when it's all done. And there we go. The island is all foliaged up. I mean, it looks a lot better. I think it looked good before. I mean, I think that, we have a good like shape and everything, right? And once we add in our other details, it'll be great. But yeah, the foliage, that's a like, calling card of the base, right? Without it, it does look a little bit plain. I don't want to add any trees or anything though, just yet, because I have some more ideas for some of this mega tree flora fauna type stuff for here as well. But yeah, I mean, if I just fly up here, show you guys again, I mean, it's foliage, right? There's not a whole lot to dive into, but I really think once we get this little structure here, next episode, the episode after, I think this is going to be looking pretty phenomenal. But I am super happy with the progress we've made on the mega base today. Now, the next thing I want to do before we wrap up today is I want to extend this elevator up a little farther, because right now it ends here at our bedroom, but we don't really have a way to get up top. How awesome would it be if we could just take the elevator right up here to our little comment of the day section? I think it's kind of a necessity at this point. I'm burning a lot of rockets getting up here, you guys. I think we got to do something about it. And a lot of honey and a little bit of time later, we have successfully extended the elevator. Oh, almost. There we go. All the way up. So it's a little bit janky at the top here. And that's just because, here, let me show you. So basically, if I go up to the top here now, it shoots me up nice and high like that. And obviously we don't want it to go up too high because it's going to look weird. I was hoping it could just be like flush with the ground, and we could put some like even a block there and maybe a trapdoor, right? Stuff to hide the honey. But look, watch this. We get caught on this block. Like there can't be anything, even a full block. I don't even think you could do like a top slab there. Although I don't even know how a top slab would be helpful in this case. But like, look, yeah, it's stuck on it, and you can't, jump your way out of honey or like elytra hop or anything. So I had to get a little creative. So I made this kind of like stump thing, or it's part of the tree. I mean, we have a bunch of like tree roots growing up here, so it kind of works. Like, it's not a big deal. You also don't see it at all from this side. Like, it just kind of looks like part of the branches and like the tree's natural progression, I guess you could say. So like, it's not a big deal, but I guess it's not exactly what I was hoping for. But yeah, we just kind of bounce right out, and then we can walk over here. And those of you with a keen eye might have noticed I did add some foliage in here because it was really bare. Like, I didn't have any up here, but I like it. And this way too, when we go to do our comment of the day, look at this. This is so nice and green. You're not supposed to be there. But with all that being said, I think it's time to hop into our comment of the day. Our first comment of the day with the nice new foliage, and we're doing it at night. Ooh, and we got the iron golem over there. Oh, this is a good one, guys. The vibes are high. But this one comes from Tylene. I'm sorry, because I'm sure I'm absolutely butchering that. I apologize. You can correct me down in the comments. But they said this base is genuinely peak. Like, it has everything. Well, first of all, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words, and I'm really glad you like the base. It has been so much fun to build. But as you can see, yeah, it's got a ton of stuff, but we just doubled the possibilities of the base in this episode. So I got to come up with some more stuff. I have plenty of ideas, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. I am all about trying to be, super creative with this and just kind of make the most whimsical mega base of all time. So we're going high into the magical, mystical, whimsical vibes for this next one. So let me know what you think. And yeah, definitely stick around to see what else we add. But thank you so much for your comment. But with that, you guys, I think we're going to have to wrap it up. So we're going to jump down the elevator here, and we'll end it off just at the end of the bridge over here, getting one last look at the island. Yeah, this thing looks pretty awesome at night too. I mean, we don't get a whole lot of nighttime on the server because usually somebody's sleeping, but hey, like I said, this is all spawn proof. So we're totally safe here. But with all that being said, you guys, I just want to say thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you soon.